Hi all, and welcome back to the channel. Um, Sorry, I'm in a slightly different location today, and I'm in my godfather's chair. So today, I want to talk about some retro TV series from the 1970s. So, where to start? Well, first, I thought I'd start off with, I think, the much forgotten 1974 television series Planet of the Apes, based on the 1968 smash hit, of course, starring the wonderful Charlton Heston. The 74 TV series only run for one season, 14 episodes only, but nonetheless quite good. There's no new revelations about it, really, to be honest. It follows along the same sort of premise as the film. Just to read a little bit of the blurb. After their spacecraft travels through a time warp, like the film, two astronauts this time, played by Ron Harper and James Norton, who play Verdon and Burke. They come from 1981. Yeah, 1981. The ZX81 and the Atari 2600. Yeah, I can't see that they came from there somehow. I wish we did have the technology back then, but we didn't. Anyway, they crash land back on the Earth in the year 3085, when they possibly might have been able to do things like this then. So it's a time when intelligent apes rule and humans have been reduced to servants or pets. So, captured by the apes and sentenced to death, they are saved by a curious chimpanzee. Ah, how cute. Named Galen. Well, he's played by, of course, the wonderful Roddy McDowall. So, of course, the now of them, he rescues basically the astronauts, and they all become basically renegades. And General Urko, leader of the ape army, is obviously out to kill them. So, yeah, what can I say about it? Shame they didn't make another season, but nonetheless, if you like Planet of the Apes and you enjoy all the films, it's worthy to put in the canon. Really, comes with four discs, 14 episodes. Yeah, worth a look, I think. Now then, along with that, my memories of Planet of the Apes TV series was when I was having a nightmare as a child. I buried myself headfirst down the bottom of the bed, calling out, "Galen, don't kill me! Galen, don't kill me!" which caused my mum to rescue me from my entrapment. And yeah, so it obviously had an effect on me. So yeah, great films though, and great TV series. So yeah, worth a look if you like that sort of thing. So, A Planet of the Apes, 1974 TV series, if you will. So, another series with a character called Kwai Chan Kane and a Shaolin monk called Master Po, who scared the heck out of me as a kid because he was blind and his eyes were white like these. The TV series was, of course, Kung Fu. Wow. Now, that I believe ran for 3 series. In fact, I've got it here, and there it is. David Carradine playing Kwai Chang Kane. So, schooled in the spirit, mind, body ways of the Shaolin priesthood by the blind avuncular Master Po. Yes, there you go. So, he's in the Old West, and he's described as the Old West's most unusual hero. But Kane doesn't call himself a hero. He simply says, "I am a man." And in every episode, he tends to go from town to town looking for work, food, and shelter. So, what can you say about Kung Fu? It's engaging. There's very good stories in it, mainly morality stories, good versus evil, that sort of thing. Lessons to be learned. Flashbacks to Kwai Chang Kane's teaching in the Shaolin Temple. Yeah, it's really quite good actually. It's just like, I suppose it's like a lot of those 70s type of series, really. Each episode has, a story to tell. There's somebody to, rescue who's perhaps the underdog. Um, and, you know, Kwai Chung Kane doesn't really like to get involved as such. He certainly doesn't steam in uh, like some martial arts experts in the films, kicking all the heck out of them. But rather, he only uses violence as a last resort and tries indeed to use intelligence and wisdom. So, yeah, what's not to like about that? But kung fu, that is definitely worth a look. So this was 1973, and I believe before David Carradine had the title role offered him, Bruce Lee was actually um, the man they were looking for. So, you could argue maybe Bruce Lee would have been a better fit, but I don't know. If you look at the Kung Fu episodes, yeah, I think David Carradine probably was the right choice. Um, yeah, I think there's more of a mellowness about him that works with the character. So, yeah, as I say, this again is all available on DVD. Worth a look. Yeah, brilliant. And don't forget, for those of us who remember this, he was called Grasshopper and put through so many different trials in that Shaolin temple. Some I would not like to do myself, I'm afraid. And I certainly couldn't walk along ultra thin rice paper, I think it was, without damaging it. Blimmin' heck, I'd be lucky to walk through flipping on tissue paper without damaging it. But anywho, yeah, worth a look. So, Kung Fu. Right, so the next TV series I'm going to talk about is called UFO. Now, this was created by Jerry Anderson, he of Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet and the Mistrons, Joe 90, Stingray, fame, to name but a few. Now, UFO was allegedly set in 1981 because you kept getting flashes of 1981 uh, in the opening credits, like subliminal messages. But the only thing that ever even resembled 1981 in UFO was the obvious rampant male chauvinism. So, UFO basically, the premise is that there's a secretive organization called Shadow, which stands for Supreme Headquarters Alien Defense Organization, who, as the title suggests, have been defending us from alien invaders, whose main purpose, because they come from a dying planet, is to organ harvest, because they're using human organs to survive. So, starring the wonderful Ed Bishop, who played Captain Blue in Captain Scarlet and the Mistrons, veteran actors like Michael Billington and George Sewell. There was quite a wide range of talented actors there. There was Gabrielle Drake was in there as well as Lieutenant Ellis. It, it was a good series. 26 episodes, one season. It was due for a second season, but it actually morphed into this next series I'll just briefly talk about, called Space 1999. Now, it starred by Space 1999 starred Martin Landau and Barbara Bain, who were married, Barry Morse. Now, of course, these are pedigree actors. I mean, Carl, what can you say? Martin Landau's done quite a fair bit. North by Northwest for a start. But effectively, the premise was pretty, well, not the same, but effectively, it is set on somewhere called Moonbase, which is obviously on the moon. And in this series, Moonbase has been blown out of Earth's orbit on an unexpected journey because nuclear waste that was being held there has exploded and, knocked them completely out of orbit. And so, therefore, we go on an adventure into space, different episodes, different scenarios, etc., etc. some particularly weird. I remember thinking when I used to watch Space 99 as a kid, I just found it so weird and freaky because unlike UFO, the intro was really full on 70s, with the wah wah pedal and just, yeah, I just found Space 99 a bit freaky at times, a bit like a fever dream if you've had a really bad cold or whatever, whatever illness you've had. Peter Cushing was in there at one point in an episode, and it's just like, I know he was like a veteran of horror movies, etc. But man, he creeped me out in this one. Really, it was just really, yeah. Anyway, Space 99, as I say, it's a bit like, I don't know, it's almost like a psychedelic version of UFO. I always used to think, but anywho, as I say, these are TV series from the 70s that you can still catch actually, on different networks. If you're in the UK, you can catch UFO and Space 1999 on ITVX. So just a shout out there for those guys. Thanks for that. But yeah, again, two series I would urge you to check out. Wonderful for their time, still worth a watch today, and wildly entertaining. So thanks for watching, guys. Consider liking and subscribing if you've enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you, I hope, on the next one. See you now. Bye.